In a world where noise is ever present, have you realized the value of silence? Zeno of Citium taught us that listening is more powerful than speaking. Each word is a seed. Are we planting them in the right soil? Today we challenge you to explore silence, not as an absence of sound, but as a pathway to true understanding and connection. Don't miss this transformative journey. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Stay with us to the end and discover how silence can be the key to changing your life. The importance of silence and listening, more than speaking. In a world that never stops talking, where voices compete incessantly for attention and social media amplifies the noise, a question arises. Have you ever stopped to value silence? Zeno of Citium, an ancient Greek sage and the founder of Stoicism, taught something revolutionary that resonates to this day: the importance of listening more and speaking less. Imagine yourself in a scenario where each word is a seed. Would you plant these seeds at random without thinking about the soil they fall on? Zeno wouldn't. He knew that silence is not just the absence of sound. It's a canvas for reflection, a window to understanding. By choosing silence, we are not retreating, we are arming ourselves. Silence is a shield, a strategy that allows us to absorb, process, and then respond in a thoughtful and meaningful way. When we talk too much without purpose, we risk getting lost in the noise, diluting our truths amid so many empty words. But how can we make silence our ally? How can we use this tool to show respect and attract attention effectively? First, understand that listening is an act of respect. When you truly listen to someone, you are valuing not just their words, but their existence, their experiences, their feelings. This creates a bridge of empathy, a deep communication channel that goes beyond words. Second, realize that silence can be magnetic. Think of the great speakers, the inspiring leaders. They know how to use strategic pauses, moments of silence that capture attention, that set the stage for the impact of their words. Finally, remember that silence is an invitation to introspection. Amid the chaos of daily life, moments of quiet become sacred refuges, where we can reconnect with our deepest thoughts, with our essence. This is the power of silence. It teaches us to value our words, to listen attentively, to speak with purpose. It's not about speaking less for the sake of it, but about finding balance, about choosing moments to speak and moments to listen. So the next time you feel the urge to fill every space with words, remember Zeno. Ask yourself, am I speaking out of necessity or habit? Do my words add value or just volume? By adopting silence as a practice, we not only enrich our communication, but also transform our relationships, creating spaces of mutual understanding where, paradoxically, the unsaid speaks louder. It is in this silence that we find true wisdom, true connection. I encourage you then to experience the power of silence, to listen more, to speak with intention. You'll discover that, amid the incessant noise of the world, silence can be your greatest ally, your most powerful voice. The transformative power of silence in conflict resolution. You know when you're in the middle of an argument and suddenly there's a pause. It feels like everyone takes a breath, right? Well, that pause, that silence, can be a tremendous ally in resolving conflicts. I'm not talking about the quietness of someone avoiding the problem, but rather a chosen, thoughtful silence that allows everyone to calm down and think more clearly about the situation. When we're in the heat of the moment, it's easy to let emotions take over, and then, my friend, it becomes difficult to see anything clearly. But if we give ourselves a moment of silence, it's like the dust settles, and we can see the whole scene, you know? we start to understand not only our side but also the others. And then, my dear, magic happens. We begin to find paths that were previously hidden by the mess of the fight. But hey, using silence intelligently isn't just about stopping talking. There are some tricks to making this silence truly powerful in unraveling a conflict. First, it's about staying calm. Take a deep breath, count to 10, do whatever it takes to not let anger take over. Then, it's about truly listening to what the other person is trying to say. Often we just wait for our turn to speak and forget to listen. And of course, when it's time to speak again, try to bring something constructive to the conversation. Questions that help better understand the other's point of view can be a good start. And hey, it's not just in the heat of the moment that silence helps. It can be a great partner in everyday life to prevent small misunderstandings from turning into storms. Taking some time to reflect before replying to a thorny email, for example, can avoid a lot of headaches. At the end of the day, what we're doing with this silence is building bridges. It's about setting aside pride and opening up space for dialogue, for mutual understanding. And there's nothing more beautiful than seeing a situation that seemed hopeless transform into an opportunity for growth for everyone involved. So the next time the conversation gets heated, remember the power of silence. It might not be easy at first, but with practice, you'll see how transformative it can be. So ready to give it a try? The risk of prematurely sharing plans and dreams. On the path to realizing our dreams and goals, excitement is a constant companion. It's natural to want to share our plans with the world, seeking support, motivation, and perhaps even early recognition. However, psychological studies and the teachings of Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher emperor of the Roman Empire, suggest that this practice might be more harmful than beneficial. Researchers have uncovered an intriguing phenomenon. When we share our goals with others, our brain tends to deceive us, giving us a premature sense of accomplishment. This perception of progress, even before we've taken any concrete steps, can decrease our motivation to turn those plans into reality. It's as if, by verbalizing our dreams, a part of us feels that we've already begun to achieve them without any real effort. Marcus Aurelius, with his Stoic wisdom, also advises on the importance of confidentiality and caution. In his meditations, he emphasizes the value of working quietly, without seeking external approval or recognition. For him, true virtue and progress come from thoughtful action and personal commitment, not from social validation. His words echo the idea that focus should be on the journey and actions, not on the applause we might receive by sharing our intentions. The logic behind this is simple, yet profound. By keeping our plans closer to us, we cultivate a more intimate relationship with our goals. This silence allows us to reflect, adjust, and act with more freedom, without the pressure of others' expectations. Moreover, confidentiality protects us from the potential negativity or doubt of others, which could, even unintentionally, undermine our determination. But then, how do we balance the need for support with the wisdom of silence? The key lies in carefully selecting who is part of your inner circle of trust. Sharing dreams and plans with a mentor, a close friend, or a selected support group can provide the guidance, encouragement, and accountability needed without dissipating your energy or compromising your motivation. Furthermore, it's essential to cultivate a mindset of proof through action. Instead of announcing what we will do, the emphasis should be on what we are doing and what we have done. This focus not only keeps us grounded in the reality of actions, but also builds a solid foundation of self-confidence and resilience. The journey toward achieving goals and dreams is full of challenges and learning. remembering the lessons of caution and confidentiality from both modern research and historical figures like Marcus Aurelius can make a difference on the path to success. By moving with purpose and discretion, we create space for our actions to speak louder than our words. And it is in this space that true transformation occurs. If you're enjoying this, don't miss out on the opportunity. Purchase the ebook now, Stoicism in the 21st Century, Ancient Strategies for Modern Challenges, and unlock your prosperity, abundance, and improve your relationships with this ebook. Link in the pinned comment. The value of holding back opinions and limiting access to meddlers. In a world awash with information and freely flowing opinions, the art of withholding comments and limiting access to meddlers is a forgotten virtue, yet incredibly valuable. The wisdom of choosing when and how to express our opinions not only safeguards our inner peace, but also establishes healthy boundaries in interpersonal relationships. The ability to hold back an opinion is, at its core, an exercise in self-control and discernment. It's not about silencing our own voice, but understanding the right moment to speak up and when it's wiser to stay silent. By making this choice consciously, we avoid unnecessary conflicts and preserve harmony in our personal and professional environments. The act of limiting access meddlers have to our lives and thoughts is equally crucial. Setting clear boundaries is a sign of self-respect and a declaration that our energy and time are precious. This doesn't mean creating impenetrable barriers or isolating oneself, but rather defining who deserves to share our most intimate spaces and deepest thoughts. There's a subtlety in recognizing that not every opinion needs to be shared, that not every thought deserves to be externalized. This careful selection contributes to more meaningful relationships, where what is shared is done with intention and purpose, not out of impulse or obligation. Furthermore, by practicing retention and selection of what we express, we cultivate a rich inner life and a serenity that isn't easily disturbed by external noise. We become less reactive and more reflective, capable of responding to situations with calmness and insight. Conscious communication also teaches us to listen more attentively. By refraining from speaking rashly, we become better listeners, truly understanding others' viewpoints. This enriches our perspectives, promotes empathy, and strengthens our human connections. This thoughtful approach to expressing opinions and setting boundaries requires practice and patience, but the benefits are invaluable. It leads us to a more balanced and authentic life, where our interactions are marked by mutual respect and understanding. In summary, holding back opinions and limiting access to meddlers reflect emotional maturity and wisdom. These conscious choices allow us to navigate the complex world of human relations with grace and integrity, protecting our inner peace and cultivating healthy, enriching interpersonal relationships. If you're enjoying this, leave a comment and a like to help this video reach more people, and don't forget to subscribe. Practices and exercises to foster silence and reflection. Let's get straight to the point. The art of silence, that underrated skill in our noisy society, carries unimaginable power. It's not just about being silent for the sake of silence, but about making room for something deeper, listening, understanding, and genuine connection with others and ourselves. Speaking of practical techniques, grounding emerges as a powerful tool to reconnect us with the present moment and drown out external noise. Here's how it works. You choose a simple focus, your breath, a mental image that conveys peace, or even the action of counting slowly. This point of focus becomes your anchor, keeping you stable and centered regardless of the chaos around. And why do we emphasize the importance of listening over speaking? By adopting a listening stance, we give space to truly understand the other. This not only deepens our relationships, but also helps us gain new and valuable perspectives. It's an enriching exchange that fosters empathy and mutual understanding. Considering communication, emotional control plays a crucial role. How many situations could be smoothed over if, before responding impulsively, we took a moment to process our emotions? The key is to recognize our feelings without letting them dictate our words. This doesn't mean we should ignore what we feel, but learn to express our emotions in a conscious and considered way. To integrate these skills into daily life, how about starting with small reflective practices? Set aside some distraction-free time for yourself to connect with your thoughts and feelings. This could be during a solo walk or a quiet moment before bed. Use these moments to practice grounding and bring your mind to the present, observing your internal reactions in a neutral way. Adopting mindfulness practices can also be incredibly transformative. These techniques teach us to fully live in the present moment, to be aware of our experiences without being swept away by them. They allow us to see beyond automatic reactions, opening up space for a broader understanding of ourselves and the world around us. Therefore, remember, valuing silence is not just about finding peace in quietude. It's also a form of respect and care for ourselves and those around us. By practicing speaking less and listening more, we're not just exercising self-control. We're also opening ourselves up to a richer, more connected life. Why not take that step today and see where it leads us? The importance of self-knowledge in speech control. The journey towards self-knowledge is undoubtedly one of the pillars for more authentic and meaningful communication. By diving deep into our being, we discover not just who we are, but also how our words and actions resonate in the world around us. This internal journey allows us to identify and adjust communication patterns that often distance us rather than bring us closer. The first step on this path is self-observation, a practice that demands honesty and courage. By observing our own emotions and reactions, especially in daily interactions, we begin to notice certain patterns. It might be a tendency to interrupt others, a difficulty in expressing what we truly feel, or even a propensity to react defensively to feedback. Recognizing these patterns is crucial, as it is only by identifying them that we can begin to transform them. Self-knowledge offers us a compass for this transformation. By better understanding our emotions and reactions, we gain the ability to choose how we want to respond to situations instead of merely reacting. This doesn't mean we'll always control our emotions or never say something we'll regret. However, it gives us an opportunity to pause, reflect, and decide if our next words will align with our broader values and goals. For instance, if we recognize a tendency within ourselves to speak without thinking, in moments of tension, we can consciously work to change this habit. This might involve breathing techniques to calm ourselves, practicing active listening to ensure we truly understand the other's viewpoint, or even simply asking for a moment before responding. Aligning our speech with our values and goals is an act of personal power. It means we are choosing not just what we say, but also how we say it, ensuring that our words build bridges rather than barriers. This strengthens our relationships, promotes mutual understanding, and allows us to live more authentically. So how can we cultivate this self-knowledge and self-observation? Start by dedicating time every day to reflect on your interactions. Ask yourself, did my words reflect my true feelings and thoughts today? And how can I improve my communication to be truer to myself and others? Practices such as meditation, gratitude journaling, or even therapy can be valuable pathways in this search for self-knowledge. Remember, perfecting the art of communication is a journey, not a destination. Each step we take towards self-knowledge not only improves our ability to control our speech, but also enriches our lives in ways we can scarcely imagine. By knowing ourselves better, we open the door to expressing our thoughts and feelings more consciously, authentically, and ultimately, in a transformative manner. The impact of silence in work, relationships, and leadership. In the dynamic landscape of work relationships, silence, often underestimated, emerges as a strategic leadership and communication tool. Leaders and professionals, by adopting silence intentionally, can significantly transform the organizational environment, making it more harmonious and effective. Leadership that incorporates silence as part of its communication strategy paradoxically manages to say a lot. By choosing to listen actively, rather than filling every space with words, leaders demonstrate an appreciation for the ideas and contributions of their team. This type of leadership not only facilitates more informed decision-making, since it is based on a broader understanding of available perspectives and information, but also builds a sense of empathy and mutual respect. The impact of silence extends beyond strengthening team dynamics and decision-making processes. It acts as a natural mediator in conflict situations. In moments of tension, a silent pause can provide everyone with the space to breathe, collect their thoughts, and reconsider their positions. This space allows involved parties to fully express themselves, ensuring they feel heard and valued. This act of listening creates fertile ground for resolving conflicts in a constructive and equitable manner. Moreover, silence can be employed as a technique to reflect and generate clarity. Leaders who cultivate moments of quietness can distance themselves from the constant noise of daily demands, giving themselves the opportunity to see situations in a new light. This practice not only benefits the decision-making process, but also promotes personal well-being, reducing stress levels and increasing the ability to lead with calmness and confidence. However, it's crucial to recognize that the strategic use of silence requires discernment. Knowing when to speak and when to be silent, and understanding that silence is not an absence but a full form of communication, is key. It's about balancing assertiveness and receptiveness so that leadership is not perceived as distant or uninterested, but as contemplative and engaged. To effectively incorporate silence in the workplace, leaders can start by practicing active listening in meetings, allowing space for all team members to share their ideas without interruptions. Similarly, moments of silent reflection can be encouraged, both individually and as a group, to foster creativity and problem-solving. In summary, when used with intention and wisdom, silence has the potential to transform leadership and work relationships. It promotes a culture of respect, empathy, and openness, essential elements for organizational success and professional satisfaction. By valuing silence, leaders not only enhance their communication skills, but also create an environment where every voice has the chance to be heard, and every idea the opportunity to shine. Silence and mental health. Our lives are surrounded by a lot of noise, aren't they? Whether it's the constant sound of traffic, the cacophony of social media, or even the daily buzz at work, it seems there's always something or someone vying for our attention. But have you ever stopped to think about the effect all this noise can have on your mental health? Indeed, living in such a noisy world can really affect us, leaving our minds tired and often stressed. Now imagine finding a way to pause all that noise, to reconnect with your inner self, and to find some peace. This is where practices like mindfulness and silent meditation come in. These techniques are like an oasis of tranquility amidst chaos. offering a refuge where we can slow down our thoughts, relieve stress, and even improve our concentration ability. Mindfulness, or full attention, is basically paying attention on purpose to the present moment, without judgment. It can be as simple as noticing the sensation of your feet touching the ground as you walk, or the sensation of air entering and exiting your lungs as you breathe. Silent meditation involves sitting quietly, letting thoughts come and go without clinging to them. Both practices help us create a mental space where we can distance ourselves from external and internal noise. And it doesn't take much to get started. Dedicating just a few minutes of your day to practice can make a big difference. Imagine starting the day with a calmer mind, or slowing down a bit before bedtime, leaving the day's worries behind. Besides mindfulness and meditation practices, creating spaces of silence in our daily lives is also super important. This can be as simple as turning off the radio during your commute to work, or dedicating some screen-free time before bedtime. These moments of silence offer an opportunity to reflect, process the day, and even promote personal growth. So, how about giving it a try? Finding moments of silence in such a busy world may seem like a challenge, but the benefits for your mental health and overall well-being are well worth it. It's like giving yourself a gift of peace and tranquility, something we all deserve. If this reflection resonated with you, subscribe to our channel and activate notifications. Stay with us for more discoveries that will enrich your life. Thank you for being here, and see you in the next video.